Hey guys and welcome. So today we will be talking about dermaplaning and whether that is worth it or not. So dermaplaning is using a super fine, almost like razor, it's like a scalpel, to remove all of the peach fuzz on the face, which for me, I have a lot. Like the other day, I went to get a facial, which will be in another video about microdermabrasion and whether that's worth it or not. But I went to get a facial, and the first thing she did when she turned on the light was say, "Oh my God, you need dermaplaning," which, of course, they're going to try and suggest other procedures and stuff to you, but it wasn't something that I had wanted to spend the money on just yet. Now, I had done a lot of researching on it because I have seen that a lot of people love it, and it's easy to find a lot of good reviews. And so when I was reading reviews, I was like, okay, there's so many good reviews, and then, there's a couple bad reviews. So when looking, of course, you want to, like, the reason I was looking at reviews was to see, okay, is this going to be good for me? Is it going to make the hair on my face grow back darker, etc.? So when looking, like, I think I almost didn't want to see the bad reviews. Like, it was like my brain was automatically blocking them out, like there's more good reviews than there are bad reviews, so it's got to be good. But then I found one person's thing, and she was like, I do love it. It does make a huge difference. It makes the face look so much cleaner, even if you have good skin. And she said, and she loves it, although she wished she never had started. And the reason for that is she did say that the hair on her face started growing back quicker. It started growing back not darker, and maybe it's just the way that it grows back that starts to get that appearance. It's not actually thicker or darker, but it doesn't matter if it's actually thicker or darker. If the appearance makes it look thicker or darker, then that's all that matters. So when I went to get a facial, the lady instantly said, okay, you need dermaplaning. And while we were going through the facial, we were talking, and she was like, okay, you know what? I can do a test spot on you to see if you like it, just so you can see the way it grows back, because I told her my concerns with it. And so I was like, you know what? Okay, let's do it. I'll try it. And so we did it. And she did my whole forehead area. And I do have to say, instantly, it does make the skin look cleaner, fresher, brighter, smoother, all of the above. But what I noticed was when it was growing back on my forehead, like all along here, it was long and dark. And when I would rub against my forehead, it felt like I had shaved my forehead. So before, when I would rub my forehead, like, you could feel the peach fuzz, but it wasn't like prickly peach fuzz. And like, I get my eyebrows done probably every 2 weeks. They grow like crazy caterpillars, like jungle caterpillars. And my ethnicity is in the Egyptian realm. So I do have darker hair on my face, of course, but lighter hair on my body. Don't know why. Not the best thing for a girl. And my hair on my head grows very thin, except my eyebrows and the other facial hair, it comes in hot. So would I say dermaplaning is worth it? I mean, maybe if you have super thin hair and light hair, then yes. I personally hated the way it felt when it was growing back in, because it felt like I said, like stubble, like razor stubble. And I had never had that. And when I get my eyebrows done, I get them threaded just because my eyes are super sensitive. But they typically end up taking the hair off of the upper area as well, where she had also dermaplaned. So I noticed that when I was getting threaded, it wasn't growing back like that. But once I got dermaplane, it's definitely starting to grow back thicker. And now I feel like the only way to go about removing the hair and keeping it thin, which I had never done anything on my full forehead before like that. So now I feel like when I go to get my eyebrows threaded, I end up having to kind of ask for more of the forehead area as well. And still, to this day, I probably got it like a month and a half ago. To this day, it still feels like stubble. So would I recommend it? No, not for people with darker hair on their face or dark eyebrows or dark hair on their head. I definitely wouldn't. And I'm really glad that I didn't end up doing it in this area as well, because I get the most peach fuzz in this area. Which I'm actually only noticing. I'm very sad. No one told me I had all that hair on the side of my face, but it's okay. Electrolysis, which will hopefully eventually be another video of its own, and whether that was worth it, but I gotta save up a little in order to get the electrolysis. So dermaplaning probably wasn't worth it for me. I would never do it again. I am way too scared. I mean, and it starts growing back 2 days later. It's just like shaving. So there's no real point in getting it done. It does seem like a glamorous thing, and it does make the skin look a lot better. But if you're gonna do that, you might as well go get your whole face waxed or your whole face threaded, just because it lasts longer, and I don't feel like it comes in as thick, or the appearance doesn't come in thicker or darker. Yeah, it just wasn't worth it for me. But if you guys liked this video, click the like button, subscribe button, and the notifications button, and look forward to seeing you at the next video.